I'm on that one. I want that so bad, like in real life. I would love a sword that just takes up the entire wall when I put it up there. Even better, put it above my bed, right? You've got your, Chekhov's Sword of Damocles. That's a cloud sword. But you couldn't reach this until now. So presumably we do get Cloud back? Please? We find Cloud, right? And we go, what's up, Mamacita? And we say, hey, come on back to my place. And we go and kill Sephiroth. I started playing fucking Signalis recently, which it's a survival horror game about, I think, lesbian robots? I don't know, cause I bought it, right? Cause I heard it was a very good survival horror game. And then it was auto-sorted into my dynamic collection on Steam, which sorts by the tag LGBTQ+, which I've titled, you know, just queer. And so far there's been none of that. There's been a lot of anti-communist stuff. It's fucking hilarious. The entire thing is just, like, so incredibly anti-communist, but specifically, like, Soviet anti-communist. It's great. It's so fucking funny. I love gore. I am such a slut for, like, body horror and gore and, like, blood and goop and shit. I love that. I love that. David Cronenberg, beautiful. I haven't actually watched a lot of stuff. I've only seen the Scanner trilogy, and it's alright, you know. But it's not good enough. It could be so much better. But this has the vibes. It's just, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of It's got the, you know, kind of like old retro style kind of look, which means that it doesn't have very cool looking goop. Like I wanna go into a room and I wanna see that shit. I wanna see like wet I wanna be wet. I wanna go into a room, I wanna see some wet goop. I wanna feel wet. No, that's not what I meant. It's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. It's kind of what I meant. Look. You ever played Bloodborne? I replayed for the fucking I don't know, 4th or 5th time yesterday. I started another Bloodborne run because it's so good and it's so goopy and it's so visceral and it's I love blood, you know? Oh yeah, on the topic of blood, I watched the latest episode of Dungeon Meshi today. That's episode 17. That's the one where Farlan rips off her blouse and reveals her chimera tits. So I've read the manga, right? And now that's in the manga, I was just like, wow, cool. I get it, sure. You live your life. And I was, you know, I wasn't confused by all the people on Tumblr, but I didn't quite get it. But in full color, you know, with that, I can understand. All I'm saying. Oh! Hello! 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 Hi there! How are you? So Cloud is here, right? Please! I just want my boy! That's very forward, ma'am. I just met you and now you're clipping into my character model? Take me out to dinner first! Like, look, you know, look, I'm not a prude, you know. I do a bit of hitbox clipping on the first date, but this, wow, look, I'm sorry, it's just very forward, and I don't know if I'm quite ready for that level of commitment. Actually, I'm a beautiful man. You there, stranger, did you know that I'm a beautiful maid? Tifa really walked up to her. She looked at Tifa and went, hey, I'm a beautiful maid, and, you know, I'm single. Pokey-headed young thing. He was holding a really long sword. Weird blue eyes. He's here! Excuse me, that person you were just talking about. Yeah, a villager found him a little ways down the coast. It was about a week ago, I think. Poor kid, he must have drifted from somewhere pretty far away. J-Twink, it must be! It's J-Twink! Over here. What? You sure? So, where is he? Is he safe? Where is he now? Yeah, up ahead here at the, clinic. He's alive! J-Twink! J-Twink's alive! Let's fucking go! It's not gonna be J-Twink, is it? It's gonna be the one who J-Twink, looks like, right? Hey, you barged in here like meteor was crashing down or something? I'm sorry, but I heard a friend of mine was here. A friend? Oh, that young fellow. Don't worry, he's next door, but his condition isn't good. Oh no! I'm so glad you're safe. Huh? J-Twink? Oh! Once again, he's trying out his vowels. What's wrong, J-Twink? Gurk! He ate a bad gherkin. That's what it's all about. He dipped his hands into the jar, pulled one out, slurped it down, and now he's feeling all sick. Classic story. I've heard it 1,000 times before. Some fool goes into the fridge, you know, takes out an expired gherkin, eats that shit. Next thing you know, they've got dysentery, cholera, the bubonic plague, coronavirus, HIV, Ebola, Mako poisoning. Quite an advanced case. It appears this young man's been exposed to high levels of Mako energy for an extended period of time. He probably has no idea who or where he is now. Poor fellow, he can't even speak. He's literally miles away from us. Someplace far away where no one's ever been. All alone. Oh shit. Fucking Jesse's dad in the remake has Mako poisoning. I bet in the fucking remake you reach this point and some character's like, oh, just like Jesse's dad. You see, Mako poisoning was fucking set up before this major event so that you knew it was a thing, rather than reaching this point and being like, oh, Mako poisoning is a thing now, I guess, even though it was never explained in the game up until this point. Feels a bit, you know, contrived. Okay, well, it was J-Twink, because there was that whole thing about how he made himself look like the other guy, right? Like the clone of Sephiroth, right? Who's J-Twink? Using Genova cells, was able to make himself look like J-Twink. There's like the real J-Twink who Tifa knew, and now there's Sephiroth clone J-Twink, which is the player character, right? So is this perhaps maybe the original J-Twink who just disappeared after like going to Soldier? And now he's come back with Mako poisoning because the soldier shit fucked him up, and this is not the clone, the Sephiroth clone. The Sephiroth clone is still in the big crater, being fucking Sephiroth. Or is this the Sephiroth clone who somehow got out of the thing, but then how? Because it looks pretty. You can't enter it, so I'd imagine you also can't leave it. And also, he did pretty much like go up to Sephiroth and be like, "And now we kiss. Here is the black materia." And then they started making out, and a meteor appeared, and the whole world's doomed because of gay love. An immense amount of Mako-drenched knowledge was infused into his. Okay, no. So this is the Sephiroth clone one. Yeah. It's a miracle he survived. No normal human could have. Yeah, this is the Sephiroth one. Hey, but honestly, do I really want him? Damn, Columbo! Damn, that's cold! Do I really want this guy coming back? What did he do for the world? What can he do for us from here on out? He may be nothing more than Sephiroth's shadow. The moment you turn your back on Columbo, he's gonna be suffocating Cloud with a pillow, like, oh no! He died in his sleep. Whatever will we do? That's so tragic. I'm doing. What is this voice? I want to be by his side. Oh, fuck off. No, Tifa. No. No. Tifa. No. Both Gyahaha and Kyahaha are up to something. Wanna eavesdrop? Who's Gyahaha and Kyahaha? Now then, we're faced with two issues. One, destroy Meteor. Two, remove the barrier around North Cave and to defeat Sephiroth. Any ideas? Yeah, okay, so Hideck is Gyahaha! The first problem's already solved. Meteor will soon be smashed to bits. The plan is already in motion. We are collecting huge materia from each region. Huge materia is a high-density, special type of materia made through a special compression process in Mako reactors. The energy extracted from it is 330 times the strength of normal materia. Okay, so that's Scarlet. How about that? She's so cool. We will gather all the huge materia together and ram it into Meteor. That will cause a huge explosion, reducing Meteor literally to bits. Okay, so your plan is to cause a huge explosion. Have you considered the fact that Meteor is like pretty much already in your planet's atmosphere at this point? Maybe, just maybe, and now I'm not a scientist, but maybe, just possibly, that might backfire and kill all of you as well. You ever considered this? You have your scientists run the tests? We've already collected materia from Nibelheim. All that's left are Corel and Fort Condor. I've already dispatched troops to Corel. Gah! Oh yeah, there's some really cool special superpowered materia. Oh yeah, what's it called? Huge materia. Oh! But I'm not cut out to be no leader. Now my wife, on the other hand, she's a natural born leader. She loves giving orders, and I love being given orders, if you know what I'm saying. Now, I don't want to go into my personal life, but I love my wife, and she loves me. You know, I'm her little doggy, if you catch my drift. I was chatting with some friends a few weeks back, and I talked about how, you know, Live Laugh Love gets too much hate, and I was hanging out with one of those friends yesterday, right? We were watching Bleach together. It was the first time seeing it, and she made me like a little bracelet necklace kind of thing with like beads, and it has my initials on, and then it has love, laugh, live, and above that it has Marxism. Those are the 4 tenets of a healthy life. You need a love, you need a laugh, you need a love, and you need to Marxism. And if you don't know how to Marxism, well, sorry. Evidently, you're not a true gamer. Only true gamers are Marxists. All Marxists are gamers. You know Karl Marx? He was actually cracked sucked at Fortnite. Karl Marx actually created video games. You know how the first video game is Pong? That's a lie. It wasn't. The first ever video game was Team Fortress 1, and it was made in... When was Marx alive? 1890? By Karl Marx. Yeah. That's why Team Fortress 2 has the red team. They are the morally superior team that you're supposed to be rooting for, and that's what Team Fortress 1 originally was. It wasn't a multiplayer game. You played as the red team, and your goal was to destabilize a capitalist regime and to restore it to a communist utopia. It's now considered to be perhaps a direct response to the ways in which America and the CIA destabilized many communist countries and restored a capitalist dystopia, because otherwise they couldn't have, you know, their citizens be going, hey, why is everyone in Cuba happy but we're not? And so they had to destabilize it. But of course, this is the superior one, because it was the citizens of Team Fortress Land, which is the name of the country where all the mercs come from in Team Fortress. Team Fortress Land. Its citizens went, hey, why is everyone in America so sad? And so Karl Marx said, all right, Team Fortress Land, go and destabilize America and restore it to communism. And that's the full oh shit, I wasn't paying attention. Fuck. Oh thank god, I thought I'd fucked up somehow. Oh thank god. Yippee, where's the train? Where's the train? Where is it? It's just disappeared. Alright, I'll take that. We've picked up the train, put it in our pocket. This is a crater if I've ever seen one. This must have been the location where the first meteor hit. Prove me wrong. I don't have to do the little minigame, do I? Please tell me I don't. I don't want to do the minigame. The minigame sucked. You've come at a good time. Shinra's changing its strategy now. It's... Bing bong, fuck my life! Guess we gotta save them. Can't we just, like, take the materia and leave them to die? Like, I know we're supposed to be good guys and all, but... You know, morals are they're a bit loose, you know, you gotta be a little bit fast and loose with your morals, you know, like, sure, leaving these guys to die is bad, but, look, your two options are, you take the materia and they die, and Shinra wipes them out, and you go and save the world, or you do a boring mini-game and take the materia and save the world. And look, all I'm saying is that what are a few lives when weighed against my own boredom? You want to see something cool? Oh! 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 That's right. I got a button that can make a naked Sephiroth appear. I know. Pretty impressive. You wish that you had a button that could make a naked Sephiroth appear. I bet you do. I'm going to create a wanky, pretentious video essay that's like, Final Fantasy. And whether, good art is enjoyable. Because this is good art. It's just not enjoyable. I am going to find and kill a human being. You can use this as an indication of intent. You can use this as a statement in court to arrest me for the murder of somebody, because if this keeps up, I will kill somebody. You can use this clip as evidence in court to arrest me for the murder of a man named Bob Johnson. I will find someone named Bob Johnson, and I will kill them. Bob Johnson, if you're watching now, this is a warning to you. Keep your friends close and your enemies further, because I'm coming, and if I'm close to you, drop my knife. Whoops! Drop my poison-coated knife. Sorry, I hate that. Shouldn't it be a venom-coated knife? People say poison-coated knife, right? But it should be a venom-coated knife because right? Because poison is you have to like ingest it, but venom is it just hits you and you die. Isn't it strange that we as a society use insults like son of a bitch, where the insult is not on the person themselves but upon their mother, and yet we do not use the same for the father? Should we not consider the socio-political effects and meanings of such statements? If I say son of a bitch, should I not also say daughter of a bastard? Is the insulting of the mother inherently worse than the insulting of the father? Is it the child's job to defend the mother in this instance? Does it then not become another example of a man protecting and controlling a... I will give you a lovely little half-naked Sephiroth to stimulate your mind and body whilst I deal with a bot. And now that your mind and soul and body have been sufficiently cleansed with the power of the beautiful, radiant, majestic, Hellenically sculptured body of Sephiroth, I now hide him from your purview. That's not how you use that word. Oh, here's a great joke for you. So there's a priest and a rabbi sitting in a bar, and they're chatting. You know, they're having a good old lark. They're living, laughing, and loving. The rabbi is asking, you know, about the priest. He's like, so, you know, after priest, what can you become? You know, like, is there anything better than the priest? You know, like, what's after priest? You know, you gotta always keep going up. You know, keep climbing that ladder. And the priest goes, well, if I put in the effort, I could become a bishop. And the rabbi's like, oh, that's nice, that's cool, you know, so what does a bishop do? And the priest tells him what a bishop does, like, oh, you know, he's kind of better than a priest, he does a few more things, he's a minister, he holds the full sacrament of holy orders. And the rabbi's like, wow, that's cool, but surely after bishop there must be something. And the priest goes, well, you're right, that is correct. After bishop, I could, if I really put in some effort, if I knuckled down, got my elbow grease in it, I could become an archbishop. And the rabbi goes, ooh, archbishop, wow, that's impressive, that's very impressive. What does an archbishop do? And the priest tells him what an archbishop does. It's like, I look over the I look over an archdiocese, you know, I'm in charge of a lot of stuff. And the priest's like, wow, the rabbi's like, wow, that's pretty impressive, but, you know, is there anything greater than the archbishop? And the priest's like, wow, I mean, yeah, there is, but there's no chance I could become it. After that, there's the cardinal, that's the leading bishop, and then they're pretty much in charge of most everything. And the rabbi goes, alright, so, you know, after cardinal, is that it? And the priest goes, well, I could become pope, but there's only one pope, and he's in charge of everything. Like, there's no chance I could become pope. And the rabbi goes, really? So there's nothing higher than pope? And the priest says, well, shit. The priest says, well, I mean, there's one thing higher than pope, but that's God, and you can't become God. And the rabbi turns to him and says, well, One of our boys did. Classic joke! Don't you think so, Sephiroth? You agree with me? Kill yourself. Oh! Sephiroth! How could you say such a thing to me, Sephiroth? I thought you understood. I thought you got me, Sephiroth. I see how it is. I see how it is. I'd kill a baby, you know? I'd do it. I'd do it. You know, I've got no qualms. Babies, they've got no life ahead of them, you know? They've just been born, you know? You can get babies are a dime a dozen, huh? Like, you can just get a baby at the corner store, you know? You pop in the dairy, you say, oh, yeah, what's up, man? I need a baby. And goes, oh, yeah, sure. And, he goes in the back, he takes out a baby, he checks at you, he says, that'll be $5. You throw him $5. You say, thanks, man. You walk out the door, boom, you've got a baby. That's how it works. Babies are dirt cheap. It's so easy to get a baby. I'm gonna shoot someone in the head. I am going to find a gun. You can use this. I am going to find a gun. I am going to hunt down Bob Johnson. I am going to say, hello, Bob. My name is Jay. You don't know who I am. But look, I'm sorry. If you've ever heard of it, there's a video game called Final Fantasy VII. And, unfortunately, due to the events that occur in that game, I will have to kill you. And Bob is gonna look at me. He's gonna say, "Well, now let's all be reasonable about this. You don't need to kill anyone. Like, come on, put the gun down. Put the gun down. No one needs to get hurt. No one needs to get hurt." And I'm gonna say, "Look, I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson. You're probably a lovely man. You're probably great. You've probably got a wife and kids at home." He's going, "Hey, I've got a husband and kids at home." I'm like, I'm so sorry, Mr. Johnson. I'm so sorry. Yes, you've probably got a husband and kids at home, and they love you very much. And it pains me to have to do this, but unfortunately, this is the way it has to be. Don't make this harder than it already is. I'm sorry, all right, but I have to do this. And I'm gonna pull the trigger, and he's going to crumple down and die. And I will leave him there as a statement. A statement, as evidence, as fact, as a declaration of war upon Final Fantasy VII. I think I know what that means. 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 I think I'm so incredibly smart, and also I know what that means. I think my intelligence knows no bounds, and also I know what that means. I think my brain is the size of a walnut and is massive and humongous and larger than yours, and I know what this means. This means we get to see my boy. Oh wow. Oh wow. Sorry, Tifa. I thought. Look, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure, like, just a few hours back, you were saying how forward it is to, like, clip into each other's models, but here you are. Look, I'm flattered, Tifa, but unfortunately I'm an Australian and there's no love in my heart, so I can't love you, Tifa. I'm sorry, but really, I'm flattered. You know, I've never had someone be this eager to clip into my character model, and it means a lot, but it's just not what I'm looking for right now, so I'm sorry. I hope we can still be friends after this, though, because you're quite lovely, and even though I'm an Australian and feel only hate, I do view you as a friend, so I'm sorry, but maybe we can just stay friends? What should I do if you never recover for the rest of your life? Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. This is a terrible model clip. God damn it. Coming. Jay's first cognizant, like, thought and view is of Tifa clipping into Havoc's model, looking like she's sucking him off. And he says, coming. They're coming. Oh, what's this? The live stream is gushing up from below the surface of the earth. Damn, this is a bad idea. This is bad. No good. Get the fuck out of here, mate. But what about Tifa and J-Twink? God damn it. Don't have time to worry about anyone other than yourself. Don't know when that stream will blow. Whoa. There's no time. Hurry. Wow. You are a bastard, Mr. Havoc. Tifa, J-Twink, get the fuck out of here. Come on, mate. Oh, come on. Oh, God, the tremors are getting worse. Come on. Ready, J-Twink? We're leaving now. Holy shit. Hello? Hello? Is this the inside of your dreams, or is it your subconscious? You're searching, aren't you, J-Twink? Searching for yourself? A memory is something that is consciously recalled, right? That's why sometimes it can be mistaken or wrong. It's different from a memory locked deep within your heart. That's why it must be a fake if he could recall up that memory. That's it! What about some memory that has to do with me? If I say something, you can't remember it. But if you say something and I remember it too, then we'll know that's a memory. Talk to me about anything, some important memory to you. Now that you mention it, why did you want to join Soldier in the first place? I always thought it was a sudden decision. I was devastated. I wanted to be noticed. I thought if I got stronger, someone would notice. Someone to notice you? Who? Who? You know who. You! That's who! Tifa always used to have her own group. That's right. I thought they were all stupid. What? You're all childish, laughing at every little stupid thing. I'm so mature and better than these childish children. That night I asked Tifa to come out to the well. I thought to myself Tifa would never come, that she hated me. It was so sudden, I was a bit surprised. But it's true, we weren't that close, but after you left town I really thought about you a lot. I used to wonder how J-Twink was doing. I wondered if you were able to get into Soldier. I started reading the newspapers thinking I might see an article about you. Okay, so even though like this entire time we've said they're about to be childhood friends, Cloud and Tifa like never interacted until he randomly told her, I'm off to be a soldier now. Goodbye! That's so funny. Man joins the military to try and get some random girl to notice him. Yikes. The military-industrial complex is a... Okay, so Cloud was the only one that was brave enough to go the distance. Tifa missed her step. I ran to her but didn't make it in time. We both fell off the cliff. Back then I only scarred my knees, but Tifa was in a coma for 7 days. We all thought she wouldn't make it. If only I could have saved her. I was so angry at myself for my weaknesses. Ever since then I felt Tifa blamed me. I saw everything. Was J-Twink experimented on to become a Sephiroth clone? Yeah. Ah, who are you? Mum, Tifa, my town, give it back. I had so much respect for you. I admired you. I never made it as a member of Soldier. I even left my hometown telling everyone I was going to join, but I was so embarrassed I didn't want to see anybody. Sephiroth! It's been like a half an hour cutscene so far. Don't push it. What was that? What's he doing? It can't be. What's he doing? Oh wow. That's how Sephiroth entered the live stream. Oh, he went into the massive conglomeration of materia in the... Oh. Everyone, I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. Don't say anything, J-Twink. All you've been doing is apologizing. I never was in Soldier. I made up the story about what happened 5 years ago and my being in Soldier. I left my village looking for glory, but never made it into Soldier. I was so ashamed of being so weak. Then I heard the story from my friend Zack, and I created an illusion of myself made up of what I had seen in my life. And I continued to play the charade as if it were true. Or illusion, huh? Pretty damn strong for an illusion. Physically, I'm built like someone in Soldier. Hojo's plan to clone Sephiroth wasn't that difficult. It was just the same procedure they use when creating members of Soldier. You see, someone in Soldier isn't simply exposed to microenergy, their bodies are actually injected with Jenova cells. For better or worse, only the strong can enter Soldier. It has nothing to do with the Jenova weakness union, but weak people like me get lost in the whole thing. The combination of Jenova cells, Sephiroth's strong will, and my own weaknesses are what created me. Everyone knew that. I'm J-Twink, the master of my own illusionary world. But I can't remain trapped in an illusion anymore. I'm going to live my life without pretending.